Great. Without further ado, I just want to do a quick overview on Olark Live Chat. So I imagine there's a lot of people on the call here today who are familiar with the platform, but in case you aren't, Olark is a super simple live chat widget for your website. This is a screen capture of one of our customers' websites. This company is called Cloud Checker. They actually just relaunched their website, and they've got the new Olark theme running on their website. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see our new chat bubble, which is a little bit more modern. It's got some rounded edges. It's got customizable text in there. On the back end, it actually gives you more options to customize that, but everything about Olark this year has a new look and feel. And there's been a lot of changes that we've been hard at work on to make it a better experience for both you, but also your customers. If a customer is on your site, if you've never used our software before, this is what the chat tab looks like when it's expanded. So it doesn't take up too much real estate. Customers can ask you a question and you need to be online to be able to respond to them. But once you're there, you can talk to them and give them help in real time. If you're not online or if none of your operators are available, you can turn this chat tab into an email form so that somebody could leave you an email message and they could do it right in that chat tab and then go back to browsing your site. The real power of Olark is in the back end of the software. So this is what your chat operators see. This is what your team sees when they're on chat talking to customers. So sometimes it's confusing for people. We don't actually provide the chat operators. We give you the software, we give you the best practices, but it's up to your team to talk to customers. And they get to see a bunch of information about the people they're talking to, what pages they've looked at, who this person is, maybe their email or their login information, if they've shared that with you on their site at some point. This is all designed to help you give a better, more customized experience when you're talking to somebody in a chat. The one thing I did want to cover today, because it relates somewhat to knowledge base FAQ, those self-service sections of your website, is the transcript tab within our dashboard. So all conversations that happen in an Olark chat get recorded and funneled through to your transcript section. What you're seeing right now is a screen capture of our old transcript page. Well, it's still our existing page, but this gives you a quick look at how many conversations you've had, where those people have chatted you from. You can see if one of your operators tagged the conversation, you can see a tag right in that chat that you can get a quick at-a-glance look at. And we gave you some basic search functionality here to let you look through transcripts and find keywords that might be of interest to you. But what we've been doing is we've been hard at work in revamping the entire back end of the chat transcript search functionality. And so launching very soon is this newly redesigned search functionality within the transcript. So this, starting in a few weeks, is going to be your new transcript screen. And you'll see right away there's more options in terms of searching. You can search by specific keywords. You can filter by your operator. You can filter by operator groups if you have a sales group or a support group. You can filter by tags to get an even better at-a-glance look at what conversations have taken place around topics like mobile or whatever tags you might be using. You can also search and filter by average chat quality. So let's say you want to see quickly all the chats that you've had that maybe didn't get a 5-star rating. You can pull those up really quickly and take a look at those. Also worth noting is that we give you a date range filter now too, which is new for the platform. So you can actually say, I want to see all the chats that happened last month, and get a quick at-a-glance view of how many chats you had and what the topics were. So maybe you can combine a date filter with a tag filter. In this case, I'm just showing a quick example. So let's say you wanted to look for a tag by sales. So you can just quickly grab all the conversations that were related to sales, take a look through those and see what's happening there. We also revamped the internal screen UI of the transcripts themselves. So now we've surfaced some of that visitor information and made that easier to find. You get more information that you would have gotten out of the chat itself. So you're seeing where they came from. Did a targeted chat rule of fire that initiated this conversation? We made it cleaner and easier to read and go through. Why do I mention the chat transcript search functionality? When you're building your knowledge base platform, which we'll talk about in just a second, you're building your knowledge base or your FAQ or your self-service center, you want to go through your transcripts on a regular basis and see what questions your customers are actually asking. Your self-service section should be centered around what questions your customers have, what agitations they actually have. In marketing speak, we often call this problem, agitation, solution. So Going through your chat transcripts will help you more easily identify what problems your customers are having and see what exact words they're using to describe their agitation, and then come up with a wording or a description solution, basically, that addresses those agitations directly and makes it easier for your customers to understand, why is the solution right to the problem that I'm having. So I encourage our users, we've talked about this on previous webinars, but I encourage our users to go through your transcripts on a weekly or maybe even a monthly basis, depending on your volume, and search for keywords or product type. Maybe there's a new product that you just launched and you want to see if people are chatting about that. Go through it on a regular basis, take a look at that information, pull it out, and feed that back into your knowledge-based platform so that you get answers to questions that your customers are actually asking. Last thing I want to end with here is that if you want to beta test this new transcript search, we can set you up to start trying this right away. If you'd like to send me an email at karl@olark.com, I'd be happy to turn this on in your account. You can see how the transcript search function works, start using it right away, put it to use for you and your team. So that being said, that's the end of again, Karl, Karl @olark.com.